What is happening YouTube? I hope you guys are well. Today's video I want to use the time to have a brief look back of the year, my first pro season, what I did well, what didn't work out, what I have to improve for next season, and let's look ahead for 2024. Alright, let's kick off with the learnings of the year. Biggest learning of the year and the biggest enemy of my year was for sure the immune system. So I think I've been getting sick 5 to 6 times this year compared to, let's say, 2022 when I got sick 1 to 2 times, working full time, still training 20 hours plus, bad sleep, high stress environment, got sick 1 to 2 times versus 2021 when I got sick 0 times, or maybe 1 or 2 days, a sniffy, that's it. So I believe in accountability. So you could either say, okay, everybody post-COVID, people are not used to the masks, all the athletes are sick, there's a lot more sickness around, and you could just say, okay, that's fine, you know, yeah, just got a bad luck, just recover, better luck next time. But I don't believe in that at all. So I believe in accountability when it comes to sickness as an athlete. There are several things that comes into it. The obvious stuff. Number 1, training intensity of recovery. Very simple, like training structure. Then again, if you get viral infections, you can just be unlucky if you're really close to those. But I still believe if you do the right measures, you can reduce the chance of getting sickness, even the virus, by a great deal. So what did I do to fix this now? So there were several things. Number 1 is obviously having a look at my training. Exactly what did I do back then? What happened now? I mean, I'm living like a monk, sleeping a lot, 8 to 10 hours per night, plus nap. Diet and calories is enough. One thing I did change though, from 2021 and 22, took micronutrients, things like high concentrated vitamin C and all the vitamins and all this stuff. I took that next to work, no issues, never got sick. And this year I did not take it. So that's a big learning. I will go back to micronutrients. Brands were there that really work well is Tincino, Norwegian brand, Manchester United uses them. Also has omega oils and everything. It's a long story, I won't go into that. Another one is also Me2Care. It's a German brand, really good. Both of those brands are really clean products, meaning anti-doping, anything. That is something I have to look out for, of course. Not sponsored by them, I'm just telling you everything and share everything as I normally do. Back on the micronutrients as well. I talked to the doc as well, and he said about 3 months it would take to reset the immune system to fully be back online, because that's not normal to be sick that much. Then I took a blood test as well a couple of days ago, double check again, still waiting for the results to make sure there, you know, all the vitamins, B12 and white blood cells, that there's everything firing 100% for next season. Anyways, as an endurance athlete, I think it's good if you take 2 to 3 times a year, a blood test just to check how you're doing. If you demand so much from the body, I think it's good to have a look on the inside if you're fully functioning, because sometimes fatigue can be just, you know how it is, low iron, B12 and all those things. So still with the learnings of last year, going a bit into the training as well, because some of you guys that are following know that I've been doing a lot of aerobic work and strength as well, but mainly like aerobic work, zone 1, zone 2, for years. The last, 5-6 years, I had systems with coaches that went extremely into that, and it does make you strong, especially consistent. For example, taking year 2022, I had 22 hours average next to work, no missing anything, nothing, but now it comes to racing, I'm just not strong. I'm shuffling around, not shuffling, but like there's no higher gear, right? Because if you only do zone 1, zone 2, I believe that the higher end and all those things are gone. So the hardest you go is, let's say, high zone 2 power, maybe threshold. And I know there's a lot of people who do this type of stuff, but I feel that's from learnings. I know what works. I kind of figured out, to be honest, what I need to do in training to improve in swim, bike, run. So that's a massive learning, especially swimming. That's something that is difficult to attain, and I managed that. But what I didn't manage, and it's more important than improvement, is to stay consistent. So once I reached a certain level of fatigue, just fatigue, and I thought, okay, we're really tired, and then I just suddenly the stiffness came and something picked up, immune system compromised. So one learning that I'm going to take out of that, except just in training, to including more rest and more things, optimizing that. Micronutrients, as I said, I think you need a system, especially if you're type A character who likes to continue when he's tired. You need to have a plan before shit goes south, let's say. So I'm going to make something simple. There are things out there that already exist, like athlete monitoring is an app that helps to objectify things and make decisions based on that. So, but you can also make a simple Excel sheet, let's say, in the morning. You look yourself in the mirror. I know I'm accountable and I felt those things, but I didn't have a system in place when I'm tired or too tired, and I shouldn't do it. Even with a coach, makes no difference at all. I still ran into the wall over the years. So I know I make the decisions, I saw the data and all those things, but I didn't act on the data enough. So I need a system beforehand, which I will do now. So in the morning, let's say you have a checkup, something for the new year, I'll do every single day. Something simple, it could be like green, yellow and red. Let's say just simple. And then you say, okay, what is my mood in the morning? Especially training motivation is a huge one. And there, if I, for example, have 3 days in a row, yellow or even red, that's a sign to back it off latest. Same is the data, but to be honest for me, HRV and resting heart rate did not help at all. Even body temperature, it just didn't help to pull the plug. It normally came 2-3 days afterwards. Data was still happy, but I already felt that I was sick. So for me personally, didn't work like that. But of course, the data still gives some information, so I put it in there as well. So training motivation, mood, and also calories the day before. Because if you have some base level of anxiety, for example, in the morning, for me personally, that has to do with calories, that my body is just deprived. So I made a note to check, okay, how was your diet the day before? Meaning, did you have your calories or did you like skip a meal or things like that? So you can really have an objective trend. And then with Excel, you could even make some curves, you know, that you see, okay, the trend has to at least overall stay stable or get better, but definitely not down. Because then you know, okay, you can make the decision before. Okay, once that trend goes down for more 2 days in a row, you have it all in front of you. You already, before you are in that situation in the mornings, make a decision. Okay, if that's the case, either complete rest day or 2 times 30 minutes, easy zone 1 movement. And if it's the next day not better, still again. So that's a good objective learning for me to stay consistent. Then coming to the things what worked last year, it's definitely training improvement. When you, for example, look at 2022 in a swim, I remember exactly the workout was kind of a CSS swim, so threshold swim type workout, 20 times 100, long course meter or 50 meter pool. And I remember 2022, I struggled to hold 122s and I dropped down to 125. I just couldn't hack it. And now if I would do the workout again, because I have the mechanics and the learning, it's not even fitness, it's just the learnings of timing, kick rhythm, all those things, I could hold it at 110, 112 maybe. And that only has to do, I can go on that in another video, but mainly with timing and rhythm and swimming. So that's a lot of lessons I have learned in the swim. So without a swim background, that was really massive, and I can hold 50s. If I would really go full tilt, which I haven't done, I always set a 90% in a swim. So I hold the 30 seconds for 50 meter. And if I go full tilt, repeat 100, let's say 10 times 100, full tilt with a bit longer rest, I'm pretty sure I could do them all right now. 106, 107, maybe even 105s, which was my original goal, but I haven't done it, so I don't count it as a goal just yet. Then on the bike, when it comes to aerobic development, which is most important for me in or threshold as well, is basically 2022. I remember I did all my endurance rides, 220, 240 watts, something in there, and I have the data and the heart rate and everything, it's the same. And now I do the same aerobic rides at like 270, 280, but for like 3 hours straight and longer with the same heart rate, basically low zone 2 for me, which zone 2 for me is 135 to 145 heart rate, and I'm kind of at 135, 140 max for those. So yeah, very happy. Then lastly, the run. 2022, I did my aerobic runs mostly around 4:30 minute per K pace, or even slower, 4:45, and the heart rate was sometimes in the zone 2 already. And now that changed significantly by a lot of things, but especially zone 2 running significantly changed to now at 150, 155 heart rate. I run now 4:40 minutes per K pace, which is an absolute game changer. And yeah, my aerobic threshold is actually in the lab measured at 163 beats per minute. That's my aerobic threshold, LT1. And so to actually go there, maybe I'm already at 350 pace or something, which is amazing, because for this year's goals, I'm aiming to hit the 117 as aerobic pace in a long course meter pool for 10 times 400 meter in the pool. Then I can do that with aerobic effort, short rest, 15-30 seconds max. Same on the bike, there I aim to be sitting at 320 watts, I believe, for me realistic for an Ironman. Not yet, but with time, I believe it's doable with the right training. And same in the run, they're holding 3:55 pace, minute per K for the full marathon. Those are the goals I'm setting myself, and I aim to work towards Ironman Texas in April 2024.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment below what you want to see next. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Lots more quality content for triathlon journey and any tips I can give you guys coming up in 2024. Hope you guys are well. Chat soon.